Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's episode of Ants, where it's been D23, 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 D23 all weekend, and man, am I not going to be able to get away from work. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, but I digress. I'm here today with our usual hosts here, Justin Jablonski, and we got Bright Idea joining us today. And wow, I gotta really fix on my chat window. Still trying to figure out that problem with my Skype, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, the Discord. I feel like a sin for saying Skype. Can I be fired? Yeah. Am I fired?
Shame on you.
Or as cruisers
is objectively better.
sell it to Cruiser.
Yeah. It's a meme in a server I'm in. Like, shitting on Skype. It's like, Discord is objectively better. It does everything that Skype.
Not really, but you know.
Well, yeah, almost everything.
All right. Just about everything and more.
Let me just switch my microphone to a good view. There we go. So tonight's episode is, well, I think the title says it all. Tonight is No Time to Spiderman. So yeah, I forgot to mention some stuff for G23. So yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going tonight. News from D23, some movie news, some other news, and news that nobody can care about, especially the news of Justin Jablonski's lying down like he's having a good time at home.
Yep.
Not taking a hint. Ignore the nick marks on my face, ladies and gentlemen. I had to shave before this thing, and man, was it crazy.
Yeah.
So yes, we're here today. Bright Ideas. We haven't seen you in days and weeks and years. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been working on the new. Well, it's old news already, but I was working on the vlog from BronyCon that ended like 3 weeks ago. So I've been getting on that, and I made a couple of birthday gifts in the form of those little mini pillows that I do, and I made one for Bronny. And if I had known that it was going to be his birthday like a couple weeks after BronyCon, I might have made one for him before so that I could give it to him in person. But instead, I got to post it on Twitter, and he liked it. And the other one was for Quillen Led, who was one of the people I sung with in my third Brony song. So.
Oh yeah, that was the thing with you and what's her face?
Yeah.
You and Aki.
Yes, Aki.
Yeah, I haven't seen her. I haven't spoken to her in a while. I gotta get back in touch with her.
She's busy.
Yeah, she's a busy girl. I mean, touring all over the place there. Feel free. Did you get a link to the stream, by the way?
Link to the stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel free to share that if you can.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Cruiser should be joining us later tonight. So with that said, before he yucks it up with MLP, let's just get this stuff down there. Let's just begin with the stuff before we get into G23. First off, we got the title of the next James Bond movie. Now, I for one have not seen a lot of the James Bond movies recently, but the last one I actually saw was Skyfall with my father, and I guess I can't disagree with you when I say that James Bond is basically a badass.
Yeah.
Spectre is really good too.
Skyfall. I haven't seen Skyfall, but I hear it's really good.
Skyfall was a masterpiece in my opinion, but I didn't see Spectre. I did have a friend who worked as a PA on there though.
Ooh.
Oh, it was really cool. Daniel Craig is really short.
I haven't seen him in real life. Like, he's one of those actors who you think are taller in real life, but they're actually not.
I know, that's why I said it. Besides, like, besides, one of the things that I found really interesting was that you know, I guess that goes to the thing. What James Bond films have you guys seen?
I've seen some of the older stuff, like Live and Let Die.
Oh,
the one with Sean Connery, I think that was Dr. No?
That was the first one.
Yeah, the first one. The one with the guy who throws the bowler.
That was Dr. No, I believe.
Okay.
What about you, Jablonski? Oh.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
Let's see. I've seen a lot of the older ones because I would say almost every Thanksgiving or so, one of my uncles would have the James Bond marathon.
Oh, nice, man.
And I saw Spectre. That was my personal favorite. Skyfall, Casino Royale.
Wait, which version?
I've seen both, but the newer one I've seen more recently.
The new one with Daniel Craig made his appearance was amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff from when G4 was doing it. World Is Not Enough. I've seen GoldenEye, obviously. I've seen a lot of stuff. But yes, this one actually, the new Bond title, actually is the first one to have the word die in it for a while. The title of the Bond film is No Time to Die. Rumored to be
the only other one I can think of is Live and Let Die.
God, I watched Paul McCartney perform Live and Let Die live, and it was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I want to see Paul McCartney in concert. I love it.
It was a privilege. It was an absolute privilege. But yeah, when he went to Live and Let Die, the whole stage explodes. Hold on, we got a caller. We got a caller. We got a caller coming in here.
Yes.
Derby is Best Pony. You are on Ants. Welcome. We're talking Bond.
Yes.
Which Bond?
James Bond.
Yeah, we were talking.
I'll take one whole cover for 500 back.
I haven't seen any of the movies, but I know the references somehow.
You're saying, I mean, like for me, I was always, the big question is, which Bond was your favorite? Everybody says Sean Connery. I say no. My ticket goes to Roger Moore.
I was seeing any, so
if we're talking Bond, I would actually have to say Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I haven't seen enough Bond movies to really have an opinion. I don't think, but Roger Moore, was he in Live and Let?
Yeah, he was the guy. Anyway, I'm on Derby's Best Pony. Welcome to the show. What were you looking to talk into?
don't know.
What about you?
Being on the show.
Well, let's answer this. Like, you've seen some of the James Bond films, right?
Garrett?
No.
You haven't seen them? That's a good read.
No, I haven't.
That's a good movie for you to check out. Which one to check out? I don't know. It depends on which one you're interested in. Spy movies.
There's a bunch of James Bond movies. They're almost. It's funny because like Doctor Who, but James Bond is one of those things that they keep the main character keeps getting replaced by a different actor.
Well, it's the same character.
Yeah. Well, I have a theory, or I know somebody who has a theory that it's not the same character actually. Like 007 isn't a character; it's a title. So these different agents take on the role of Agent 007. So they all take on the name James Bond, and so that's why they look different, they act different, etc.
The movies are in a different universe.
That's hard to say. I mean, like the original one. Well, I haven't seen Dr. No yet, but I want to see it. But answer me this, Bright. If that's the case, how come we've never seen any of the James Bonds die?
Well, maybe they retire or die off screen.
You look at me in the eyes and say Pierce Brosnan retired as 007.
Maybe you got too old. I don't know.
Please, he has a face like mine, man.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Look at Bright Idea. I mean, why not, Bright Idea? You look like you look right now. You look like someone that James Bond fought in a film.
See what? By the power of darkness.
No way there.
Power of darkness.
I cast magic missile.
No, we're gonna have
I summon dark magician.
That'd be funny if James Bond
Wrong
was playing
game.
a fantasy setting.
I mean, he kind of.
No, that's what you call an assassin subclass rogue.
Anyway, Derpy, thank you for joining us tonight. Okay, see ya. Anyway, what I was gonna say was that you look at that stuff there. I mean, for a different universe there. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be getting the new James Bond, which is played by, who was it again? It was Idris Elba.
Yeah, I think so.
Idris Elba. I just want to say.
I haven't been really keeping up.
I'm just gonna say up front, if Idris Elba takes over, I'm not gonna care. So
Yeah, because Idris Elba is a good actor.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, heck, they've been talking about a chick James Bond. That's fine. I don't care. Jamie Bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Besides, people are
You
complaining
wouldn't
about.
have to change anything about the character.
Yeah, I mean they're complaining about that, but nobody complained about James Bond Jr. Remember that shit, man? James Bond Jr.
We do not talk about that. We do not talk about that.
Yeah, James Bond Jr. Man. Doesn't look that bad actually. I actually watched the trailer. I'm like, it doesn't look too bad.
Is it one of those things? It's like it's not as good, but it still has its entertainment.
It's a cartoon from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
It supposedly surrounds the nephew of James Bond. He's like this weird kid. He looks like Captain N swallowed one of the Captain Planet kids.
Oh no.
Oh,
But
wait.
yeah, there was a bunch of shows in the 80s and 90s where maybe it was more 70s and 80s where they just took an old cartoon and made it the like babyfied or maybe made the kids of.
No, it was the 80s and
Babyfied?
90s.
I would totally love to see. James Bond as a baby. I would totally just watch a cartoon like that, man.
Oh,
Let's see.
Yeah.
There was a pup named Scooby Doo,
Yeah. The baby Looney Tunes.
Baby Flintstones,
Baby.
Yo Yogi, that counts as it.
Yeah, Yo Yogi,
That was so...
Muppets.
Muppet Baby. They were like the original and best, I think. The Muppet Babies. Because they actually did something cool with the characters.
Someone in the chat says Evan is the next James Bond. Oh, that'll be the day.
Oh.
That would be awesome there.
He's about as suave as a cactus.
I mean, I wish I had. It depends on what the mood I'm in. I can be suave, but you know.
You're as sharp as a cactus.
I'm handsome too, but there you go. But, like, I actually was contemplating of going
He's
as.
got the smile of a seasick crocodile too.
Oh my god, you're talking about me or Brawny? Ha! Anyway, I mean, like, you look at that, and then, like, I was actually considering of doing a James Bond cosplay for MegaCon one time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I just walk around with the tuxedo. I have, like, the small pistol.
Mm-hmm.
That gun in Skyfall was amazing. I'm just gonna say up front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The one
I
that
should
can
probably look into some good James Bond movies. How many are there?
This is the 25th one coming
Lord.
out. 25th one coming out. It's one of the longest running franchise ever. Here's a fun fact. There was the movie Man with the Golden Gun. Believe it or not, to this day, no one knows what happened to the prop. To the Golden Gun prop.
Oh. Seriously?
Yeah, it's
That is-
it's really weird. Like, no one knows what happened to Christopher Lee's gun.
Uh,
Anyway, let's move on to the next thing going on here. Here, look out. Here comes the spider news. So, Jablonski, since
Yeah.
you are the avid Marvel fan, would you like to tell us what's going on between the world of Peter Parkour and the mouse and the plate PS4?
yeah.
So basically, what's
Whatever.
going on, or what was going on, is Marvel and Sony couldn't come to an agreement of Spider-Man to continue into the MCU, and it has been confirmed that that Spider-Man is not going to be returning into the MCU anytime.
No.
But Tom Holland is still going to be staying Spider-Man for the rest of his contract, at least. So we'll get more adventures with my personal favorite Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Tobey Maguire.
He was good.
He's second best.
Hey, let's just face it. He's the one that made it up to 3 movies, so there you go. Well, technically...
No, it's going to be... Well, technically, when the third one for Tom Holland comes out, he's going to be the second one.
I mean, technically he was in 5 movies, but, you know... Does that count?
5 movies.
Yeah,
Where do you
look.
get that from?
He was in 5 movies. He was totally in 5 movies. He was Spider-Man in Civil War. He was Spider-Man in Homecoming. He was Spider-Man in
Oh,
Infinity
yeah,
Wars.
yeah.
He was Spider-Man in Endgame, spoilers, and he was also Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2.
Well, here's the thing, though. He's only had 2 solo films. He's been in other films as a backup character.
See, the thing I'm worried about is, are we going to get a Spider-Man movie, another Spider-Verse movie?
Yes, we are getting into the Spider-Verse 2.
Is that still
That's
safe?
been confirmed. That is safe.
Yeah.
That's been its own thing
Yeah.
because it's not about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That one's Miles Morales.
Or is it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it might...
I mean, there's multiple spider people that could be about
Technically,
Spider-Gwen,
just
about
like Just like Diavolo, any kind of creation that anyone makes about Spider-Man is technically canon in the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
What does that have to do with
So
Diablo?
anything fan made is canon.
I remember Cruiser telling me that he liked the movie, but he hated the depiction of Kingpin. I'm like, yeah, that's what Kingpin looks like.
That Kingpin is a fucking unit. He is a
Yeah.
beast.
Yeah, and I liked his design. I liked the all black design. Looks like something out of a Pixar movie. That was really cool.
And he's gonna. I don't know if he's played the Spider-Man game, but he's the same in the game too.
Yeah,
Did he
And
have
that's
an
more
issue with
human
his portrayal?
figure.
I'm sorry, Barry, go ahead.
Did he have an issue with his look or his portrayal?
He didn't tell me. He just said he didn't like Kingpin.
He's
And-
always. It's always been him though.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was kind of weird that it kind of made it. I can't say that they designed him to look like Donald Trump, but I can't tell.
Yeah. I
No,
don't think
not
so.
intentionally.
I mean, you could just
remember,
put like a blonde wig on that Kingpin, and you could just say, "Oh, it's Donald Trump."
tan him orange.
I did like how they kind of made him almost sympathetic because of like what do you call estrangement, or not estrangement, but how he kind of pushed his family away and how he kind of went deeper into like and like they left him, and so he's
Yeah.
just trying to like
He's
get
just
them
trying
back.
to get his family back.
Yeah, it's tragic.
Yeah, well, so was the villain in Big Hero 6, and he was arrested. Anyway,
Yeah.
everybody's asking us. Yes, we talked about the Invader Zim last week. Derpy, Derpy, it was a good special. Membrane was the best thing in the thing, according says Jablonski.
I like the girl.
Not possible.
I ate a baby in the park.
Yeah,
It's true.
I saw your reactions to you watching that, Bright, of you saying how he launched the pug into space.
I launched a pug into space. Like I thought you liked
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
And he just launches him back into space.
Yeah, launches him back into space.
I miss you so much. Like,
Oh, Gur. That's the only thing that Cruiser had on there. He said that Gur was just the only thing funny about it. It was always Gur, but no, I just liked it because you could literally choose a side. But anyway,
yeah.
let's see what else we got going on here. I think I'm just gonna put out here. Thespio's wife is apparently doing a crowdfunder. I'm just gonna read the tweet that he put out here. Hey everyone, my wife Katie will be launching a crowdfunder for her horror short film next month, and she's asked me to spread the film's social media pages around so we can gather a following before the campaign goes live. So please like and follow these pages. If you could invite your friends to do the same, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to leave the social media pages here in the chat room for you guys to check out there. Derpy's best pony just brought up a huge thing there. What he said, he says, what the G stand for? I don't know. So yeah, if you want to help out him, oh, there he is. If you want to help out by spreading Thespio's wife's movie pages around, I got the links there in the chat. Feel free to do so. Good people. Met the guy, good dude, and he has a nice wife. All right, Cruiser's joined us finally.
Hey, Cruiser.
Cruiser. Can't hear you.
Your mic's
Yeah,
out.
sorry, your mic's not working.
I think your mic's not working. Hold on.
Is it working now?
Yes, it's working now. Don't touch the microphone.
Okay. Yes. Hello, everyone. I am here.
Okay, so we got the stuff. We already went over Spider-Man, James Bond. Who was your favorite James Bond?
I do not watch James Bond.
Oh, fuck you. Anyway, I'm up. We got Spider-Man. We just went through Thespio stuff. So yeah. We haven't gotten to D23 yet, so I'm going to talk about something that Jablonski has been excited about. Because Jablonski loves food.
Yes. For those that do not know,
Sorry to interrupt you here, Cruiser. Sorry to interrupt you, Cruiser. Whatever you just threw off screen, it looks like you just threw it at Jablonski.
It was a sock.
See, he threw a sock at you. Only I am allowed to break the fourth wall on these streams.
Talk to me.
I'll be over here looking at the chat room. You just talk about it.
But
Talk it to me.
okay, for those that, God damn it. Okay, so for those that aren't aware, Good Eats has returned with brand new episodes.
Oh.
And
So-
Good Eats is.
It's a cooking show starring Alton Brown, where he goes through recipes and he also explains the science behind it. So think of it as Beekman's World, Bill Nye with cooking.
Sounds cool.
Ooh.
I mean, like me myself, I've been looking into getting into cooking some recipes. Like I really wanted to make that puttanesca from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Seeing what my parents.
Binging with Babish does a lot of the fandom
I
stuff.
love binging with Babish.
Nice.
Yes.
He's so good.
He actually did a JoJo recipe.
Nice, man. What did you do?
The squid ink spaghetti.
Oh, I want to try that shit, man. Cruiser, you're gone. Cruiser, you're back.
Don't worry, I'm still here.
Alright.
Still having the same camera troubles?
Yep.
Don't worry. Like I said, we are seeing you moving. It's just from your end, and I know it's very disorienting.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Me
I want to
neither.
see myself move.
Yeah.
It's a pretty.
Cruiser, that black vest, from my point of view, it looks like your arm's in like an arm cast.
Oh yeah.
He's faking it. He just wanted to get off of work.
Yes. I was supposed to have today and yesterday off, but they needed someone to come in. I needed cash.
You know that's the thing. They're like, I've always
Good
wanted
exchange.
to like go out there, find some time for my thing, and just go out and make something. Like my mom used to make a delicious baked macaroni and cheese. Really had some good. Apparently, Cruiser, according to the chat, your new name is Pony Boy. So there you go.
Says who?
So,
The chat here, more or less,
Speaking of cooking,
Derpy is
I
best.
actually made-
So says Derpy is best pony.
Okay then.
He's
Cooking
Pony Boy
wise, I
Curtis from
actually-
The Outsiders.
It makes me think of there was a quote from Finding Nemo where Marlin's freaking out about Nemo being at it, and he
Don't tell
and
me to
Seymour
chop.
says, like, "Hey, Marty, calm down." It's like, "Don't tell me to calm down, Pony Boy."
Believe it or not, I said that line in Whirl, and I thought the editor was going to pick that up, and he's like, He's like, yeah, he knows the reference. So like,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that was the thing. My mom used to make a delicious baked macaroni and cheese that she gave me the recipe for. You put a little ketchup on there. It's good stuff. Yes, I am one of those very few 1% people that puts ketchup on their macaroni and cheese. You can fuck it. Anyway,
Heathen!
yeah, gives it more. Have you ever had ketchup on macaroni and cheese?
It's tomatoes.
Yeah, it gives like a little bit of a tangy thing in there, and you put like the bun crumbs on there. You ever had that before?
That's why you mix in Dijon mustard or spicy brown mustard into it.
Oh, yeah, I heard
into the
that
sauce.
too. Cruiser, have you ever? What would you say your signature dish is?
Hold on a second. For some reason I'm hearing someone else.
Someone else.
You're hearing someone else?
Oh my god, it finally happened, guys. Benedict Ho has hijacked our stream. Quick, I gotta get us out of here.
Hold on a second.
Oh no.
Hold on, I think I know what it is. No, it's
Okay, I think we fixed it.
Awesome.
Cruiser,
Cruiser,
I got a
false
doctor
alarm,
for that.
false alarm. Cruiser, did you fix it? Are we good?
Now for some reason my Siri on my laptop keeps messing up.
God damn it, he's hacked his
It
Sirius
keeps
account.
activating by itself.
He's hacked his Sirius account. Quick, everybody go offline.
Oh no.
But,
Okay, Cruiser fixed it.
You fixed it?
Until the next time it
Anyway.
pops up.
Although, anyways, what I usually do every year for holidays, though this year I may actually have to go to my family's place for it, is I make Chex Mix.
Oh, my mom and I used to make Chex Mix. I think Bright Idea watched us stream that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
That was fun.
But today I got mostly because I'm cheap. I made grilled cheese sandwich. And
Only your goose.
I get it.
Your goose is cooked.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, I get it. Bright Idea, what about you? Have you ever cooked a good dish before?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I
I
make
think-
a bunch of things, but mostly it's more it's less cooking and more preparing. So I like just today I made a frozen banana ice cream with frozen mango, and it is so good. It's made with frozen bananas and walnuts and mango, and that's it.
It's good
And no
stuff.
sugar, no milk.
Yeah.
It's good. Made it in the food processor, and I also know how to make my own hummus. We make it with chickpeas and tahini dressing and like a bunch of spices and lemon juice and stuff, and it is really good.
Should be a good.
But other than
Person,
that, like I go like anything I cook, go to it's pasta, like pasta.
I make a
tomato
pretty
sauce.
good pasta salad.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
I do not eat pasta.
No,
I
it
don't.
is-
I am not a
What's the
spaghetti
matter
person.
with you?
I do not eat spaghetti. I do not eat lasagna.
Just not.
Uh,
Was it like because they look like worms, or are you like one of those
no,
people?
I just never liked it. I don't know what it is about it. Up there goes Siri again.
Right.
There it goes again.
God damn it,
And
Cruiser.
Yeah, I think it's my headphones, to be honest with you, because it's been doing that on my phone when I try to listen to music. It keeps activating Siri somehow.
Is your microphone?
is on
Wait.
your
Is your
computer?
microphone? Is your headset plugged into your microphone or your laptop?
It's plugged into my laptop.
Oh yeah, you might. Do you have any other headphones on you or anything?
I might.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Switch over to.
Hold on a second here. I think only. God damn it, Siri!
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh.
You and me
Yeah,
both,
that's
Siri.
just
You and me
like
both.
the
That was perfect timing if there ever was. For
stream. Yeah.
I
I don't know how to respond to
Oh my
It's like,
god, we know.
damn
I
it,
didn't think
Siri,
we get
I
Siri.
don't know how to respond to that.
I don't think we get Cruiser's like Siri on his computer just like to respond to that.
Oh, you can't be serious.
Oh my god. Right. Anyway.
If you want a pun, here's a good one. Bronny and I were watching Return of the Caped Crusader. It was Adam West's second to last Batman movie, and they're
yeah.
chasing the bandits, the criminals, and they leave their calling card on a piece of tinfoil for some reason. And Robin goes, "Batman, what is it?" He goes, "We've been foiled, Robin." Foiled again.
Yes.
I really gotta find the crepe. See more of those things there. I got cookies. Anyway, Anyway,
So go ahead and talk about your little D23 thing, whatever it is.
all right. So let's talk about D23. For those of you who don't know, Disney has its own convention called D23. D23 is kind of like their E3. They announce new projects, new attractions, new hotels, new nothing. Everything is Disney. And we got quite a lot of news coming here. Some good, some bad, some excitement, some disapprovals, all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with each one down here, just going down a list of things I got here. I apologize for not going to anything immediately. So yeah.
Let's do it each by the day so we can keep things a bit more organized.
That's
so
kind
like
of-
Friday was
Okay.
that's what you were gonna do.
Yeah. What? No, you caught more wins. So like, let's go on to each topic.
Okay, so first up, Disney Plus.
Let's just face it. I knew Disney Plus was going to be one of the biggest highlights of D23 this year. Like its upcoming streaming service, and I am looking forward to it. I am very much looking forward to what they got in mind.
It kind of had me from the backlog itself. The new stuff has been hit or miss. Star Wars stuff for it has been hit. Marvel for it has been pretty decent.
He's lying.
Not overly hyped, but I like some of the stuff that they're doing. Still sad that we're not getting a Peggy Carter season 3. Bastards.
Dang man, Peggy. Oh, Peggy. One thing I will say is that my dad and I saw the trailer for The Mandalorian after someone tagged me. I think it was you, Jablonski.
Yes, it was.
And we regret not making a reaction to it. We didn't think it'd be that big to react to it, but once we saw there, seeing my boy IG88 back looks fucking awesome.
I loved it.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it because the trailer was actually a bit darker than I thought it was going to be. For those of you who didn't notice it, they actually had stormtroopers helmets on spikes, like very much like Vlad the Impaler.
Dude,
There
how are you?
was-
How are you? Oh yeah, that's right. You haven't seen Star Wars in a while.
Yeah, and plus they also had some guy getting what looked like getting sliced in half by a door.
That was awesome.
So like, okay, I'm curious, but I'm gonna wait to watch this at Evan's place before I decide to commit to buying Disney Plus.
I mean, like, there's the thing. They're like, I mainly just wanted to get Disney Plus for like seeing all the classic animated films, which I think is really good. But like,
It'll help me with my articles, so.
But yeah,
Plus.
like, Mandalorian, I'm hyped up with. Like, the Mandalorians don't play shit. Sorry, Bright, I'm giving you less screen. How about, what do you think of all this, like, Disney Plus?
Well, I know that like D23 or no, the Disney Plus is to like consolidate all of their stuff into one streaming service, so you don't get it on Netflix, you don't get it on Hulu, that sort of stuff. And all the better for it. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna wait on whether I decide to like get a subscription or not. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon like right away until I was like, okay, I'm gonna give in. But I am interested in seeing like that they have a new Lady and the Tramp
That
movie.
looked good.
They have I mean, they're actually using real dogs for some of the
Not just that, they're
shots,
using rescue
like-
dogs, apparently, which is really good.
Aw. And like the various Marvel and Star Wars stuff they're doing. So it's cool news.
As you guys know, I am all about the Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was actually considering this idea of doing this collab with the Rift, where, when they did that reenactment of The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that with the Seven Dwarves. It's like, it was all your favorite Seven Dwarves. Doc, Happy, Sneezy, Brawny. There's no Grumpy, it's just Brawny.
That's awesome.
So then, which one does that make me?
No, I was... I
Hmm.
don't know, what... I don't know. I was gonna make Sneezy just Rainbow Bliss, just like asleep the entire time. They just drag her around by the tail. Exactly. Cruiser, I would say you'd be more of I was gonna say Happy, but no, that'd be Finn. But Doc would be Doc Dwarf.
Yeah. How about Bashful? Who would be Bashful? Yeah, I don't really know who's the most bashful.
That's actually a weird thing there. Like you look at Dopey, and you like Dopey, right? Everybody likes him.
Yeah.
My question is, would they be able to get away with Dopey in a modernized movie like that to these days?
I think so.
I think so. I thought it was just a funny dude.
He's based on. I mean, his character is kind of inspired by Harpo Marx from the Marx Brothers, and is like an adorable mute, like character.
No, he had a voice actor.
Really? Dopey had a voice actor?
Yeah, there's a couple of scenes where he screams and makes noises.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, we're getting off subject here. Disney Plus is looking pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. What was up next? Star Wars Hotel?
That's like $1,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's later on. That was like today that they talked about that.
All right, I got a lot of stuff I gotta say about that.
Mm-hmm. We're going in order.
We're getting more Clone Wars. We're getting our Obi-Wan series. I know.
I know a lot of people who
Ewan
are excited
McGregor back
about that.
as Lord Obi-Wan. Oh my God! I want to friggin' that's great.
I'm not gonna say anything until I start seeing.
You're not gonna
reviews.
say any jack shit until you see the original prequel series, Mister. Sister, to know how well Ewan McGregor was as Obi-Wan. That's all I gotta say.
Point is that I'm not going to get excited for something until I start hearing good stuff about it.
Whatever.
Look, I'm sorry, but I was at first I was excited for 47 Meters Down Uncaged, and then I find out that it's just a generic movie. Like, okay, well,
All right, but if it's just bad, I don't want you to rub it in the face. Anyway,
I'm going to say your boss sucks, and you have to admit it now.
no, I'm not gonna end up doing that. Anyway, I'm up.
I never said you had to do it on air.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Even if it does so bad, I'm not. Why would I want to do that? It doesn't mean anything.
Okay, you have to admit that
Everybody's
Disney is
opinion.
crippling Star Wars.
Or I could just say it was a bad series and move on.
Yeah.
And actually
Like,
learn
just
this
because-
time.
Learn what? It's just, oh my god! This is why I hate talking Star Wars.
I had that.
I'm just
experience
busting his
earlier
balls,
today.
people. That's all I'm doing. I'm just busting his balls.
I had that learning experience earlier today, and I'm just gonna stop it at that.
Anyway, let's move on to anything outside of Disney Plus. What do we got going on now?
Oh
wait, there's
movies
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Lizzie McGuire reboot for Disney Plus.
Really? Lizzie McGuire's getting
or
a
a
reboot?
continuation. It was one of them.
Yeah, which I'm a bit like, are they still getting Hilary Duff?
Yeah.
Because I know that
she'd be great as a mom.
because I know she actually went to military school in real life.
Yeah.
Really?
Recently. Yeah.
I remember there was a movie she was in with
Yeah.
what was that? The girl who played in Even Steven. She was Kim Possible. Like that was a Cadet Kelly. That movie.
Oh.
And Hilary Duff goes to military school.
She was in Hilary Duff was in
Hilary Duff
Cadet
actually-
Kelly.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was.
Yeah.
Really young Hilary Duff.
Jeez,
yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Yeah, it's like a real blast from the past. It's like I haven't even thought of Lizzie McGuire in like over a decade.
My sister used to eat that show alive, and I like how it shows her conscience and her animated conscience. Sometimes that was a good touch, I thought.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, my introduction to Lizzie McGuire was her screaming at the top of her lungs that she wants a bra. Like, okay, hi.
Yeah.
I like the one where they did the murder mystery. That was funny.
And they always had that, and her brother had that one black friend that never spoke.
Oh yeah,
Really?
that's right. He had the mute black friend.
But here's what I think is funny though. That same black friend actually ended up in a Pringles commercial where he actually spoke.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I remember the commercial. They were advertising like those to-go packets of Pringles.
Yeah,
And
Pringle packs.
this kid had, the kid in question had, this red original one. People were trying to at the lunchroom trying to find something to trade him for it.
Oh
And then here walks,
Sour cream.
and here walks that same black kid and goes,
Sour cream and onion. Done. That was awesome. He's like, sour cream and onion. I know that commercial, buddy. Oh my god, slap your screen for a high five on that one.
I want to say that like I remember that commercial. It's like, dang.
Like I think his name was, or at least his character's name was Lenny. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
That's interesting.
I don't remember much. All I remember is my sister used to eat that show alive. But yeah, sorry. Going on to the next thing outside of media. Jablonski.
Yep.
Get off.
I'm listening.
What happened after Disney Plus? I'm sorry.
It was Disney after Disney Plus. It was the movies.
We got Marvel movies mainly this time, I believe.
Not really, no. We got a little bit of news from it, but a lot of the load was blown at E3.
Hmm.
They kept a lot of the Marvel stuff for the Disney Plus on for D23, but movie wise, not really much. Just a couple of release dates and showing off Eternals.
Wasn't there something about a movie called Kara and the Last Dragon or something like that?
Oh yeah, yeah, that was something.
Yeah, what's that about?
Not entirely sure.
I'm gonna clear this up.
Dragon.
I'm gonna clear this up between the four of us. I would not like to talk about the premiere of the Star Wars trailer, considering my dad and I are planning to do a reaction to it. So I really don't want any insight of what's gonna happen or anything or any thoughts or anything right now, please.
You mean Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, there was another trailer that was at E3 and people are already analyzing it. So I don't want to get any spoilers or.
I didn't know there was a new I didn't know there was a new trailer.
I knew there was a new poster.
Poster looks pretty good.
Someone already made a parody of it.
Of course they did.
Guess whose face is on it instead of Palpatine's?
Piece of the Hut. Jabba the Hutt.
I don't know.
Not Jabba, but close. Think of the first letter. Misa, save you, Annie!
I saw that.
Moving on. So we got the movies coming out here. Nothing really much to talk about on it, huh?
Yeah, not really much to talk about in the way of movies. It's a lot of this. Onward, I'm excited to see because Chris Pratt and Tom Holland together in a buddy movie.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Onward.
Got more info on Soul, with classic Pixar.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
wasn't a lot of.
Yeah, I'm really
game.
excited because Pixar usually, I mean, except for the sequels that it's done, it's got some original stuff.
What do you mean?
More
Except
original
for-
than Disney.
Are you talking about the sequels? I mean, you look at Toy Story.
Mm.
That's some good stuff. The
There you
Incredibles
go.
had a good sequel. The only bad sequel they had technically was Cars 2, and that was pretty much it. I mean, Cars 3 wasn't good, but it was okay.
I mean,
Toy Story
Monsters
4 was
U-
sort of eh.
Yeah.
Monsters U was eh.
I only remember one thing from Monsters University, and it's this one scene where they're breaking into the lab floor. They get caught, and the one guy just randomly shouts out, "I can't go back to jail." That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
But,
And then there's The Bug's Life, and that only had one film.
Yeah.
So
that
what? So did Up,
was
Inside Out, and
competing
everything
with
else.
Ant. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Well,
A
it
Bug's
didn't
Life had
have the
potential to be to have a sequel.
What else could they have
Yeah.
possibly done?
it was because it was going up against the other Ant movie.
Mm.
Anyway, sorry,
yeah,
I'm not.
the Ant.
Right, what were you saying?
I was just saying, like Bug's Life had to compete with the other Ant movie, Ant.
Ants with Woody Allen.
Yes.
Well, if it's a Woody Allen, that pretty much sells it. It's like it has Woody Allen's in the movie. Sold.
Yeah.
And so was Sylvester Stallone.
Sold.
Yeah, it had Sylvester Stallone in there. It
oh my
had,
God.
Christopher Walken is in my
I remember that. He's like, "Why are you in this movie?"
Yeah, and he's actually a good character. He doesn't really have that many weird lines. He's actually like a competent character.
I try to remember this this one actress who was in it. She was a stand-up comedian.
Judy
this is
Tenuta?
gonna- What?
Was it Judy Tenuta?
No, she played the Queen Ants, but I can't remember her name.
Oh.
Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Phyllis Diller was amazing. Oh, may she rest in peace. Is she still alive?
No, she's dead.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
And Dan Aykroyd was also, he was the Wasp.
Oh yeah. No, wait, that was Daniel
His
Hyde Pierce.
girlfriend died. No, I think that was Dan Aykroyd.
Or was it David Hyde Pierce? I don't
Maybe
remember.
David Hyde Pierce. Maybe he played somebody else.
That was I know my wasp, and that wasp was Drex. I don't remember. It might have been Dan. Actually, I think it was Dan Aykroyd. He did, but he kind of sounded like David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else involving D23?
A lot.
Movie wise, the Cruella de Vil movie.
I'm looking forward
There's
to
a
that.
Cruella de Vil movie?
Mhm.
Yeah,
happens to
Emma
the
Stone.
live
Emma
action?
Stone is going to be playing Cruella de Vil.
Nice.
Ooh.
I'd love to see
I
how.
mean, I know they had a live action 101 Dalmatians with Glenn Close.
Glenn
Like, she
Close
is
was the
just
best
like-
Cruella de Vil. Fight me on that one.
Okay.
This one is probably going to end up being a character piece.
Hmm.
Especially with the way that it may turn out. I had a conversation with my friend, and we said that this movie was going to pretty much be the child-friendly version of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker film.
I mean that was released.
No, not the Joaquin Phoenix Joker film.
Okay.
Not yet.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So
Anything else?
yeah. Anything else?
Oh, we have just scratched the surface. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. Point is, when are we gonna be done with it?
It's gonna be a little bit there. We've only gotten through which day?
2.
Okay, so day 3. What was attractions? Come on, tell me what's gonna what's gonna piss me off at work.
They didn't really say much about like new stuff. It was more reiterations of Epcot, what they're doing with it.
Moana's coming there, which I think is gonna be an interesting
as a
concept.
walkthrough attraction.
That wasn't fully confirmed.
It was.
Was it confirmed for a walkthrough attraction?
Yeah. Just a couple of little updates for some of the new stuff for Epcot.
Like, I want to put this out. Sorry, go on. like the other thing you were telling me was Journey in Imagination might have a revamp.
Okay. This is hard for me to say, or at least try to word it out right. But at the Park Pavilion in the convention, they showed off a diorama of Epcot in the style of the old Epcot logo. They showed off things like the Mexico Pavilion, where it had Coco's guitar leaned up against it. They showed off the new attractions for France, Galaxy for that, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Which looks awesome.
and a whole bunch of other stuff that looked like we're supposed to get refurbs. They only announced one thing new for Epcot, really, outside of Moana, and that was a Mary Poppins walkthrough experience.
Where at?
In the UK Pavilion, and all it is just Cherry Street Lane.
They're finally adding Cherry Street Lane.
Yeah.
Nice. God, I've been waiting for them to do Cherry Street Lane in a long time. They have like something that feels like it, but it's like, you know, I would love them to add Cherry Street Lane. That would be good. That would be a good place for a meet and greet.
I can imagine a bunch of chimney sweeps or lamplighters just walking around, and it's just like top of the morning. No, that's Irish. Wait, what's something that like British people just say? Or
But other than that,
oh no, let's call the editor.
I know they call cigarettes fags.
Yeah. Well, they call different things. I know they call trucks lorries.
Okay, can we move on to another subject, please?
They call potato chips crisps for some reason.
Next subject, please. Yep. Anyway, I'm up.
But other than that,
sorry, Derby.
It's just more information about the like the nighttime shows that they're going to be doing, what the revamp is going to fully look like when it's done, just little details here and there. New ship for the Disney Cruise Line. Then talking about the Marvel Avengers campus.
Ooh.
Which looks good.
It's gonna be extremely awkward.
I'm just gonna say up front, I want to go on and on about the Star Wars hotel thing.
That's why I'm getting around the other stuff.
Right.
They confirmed a Spiderman attraction, an Avengers attraction,
indeed, a
Doctor Strange show.
Ooh.
I'd like to see the effects on that stuff.
I want to see that too. It's going to be in a couple of phases, and just some of this new stuff that's coming to Shanghai.
Shanghai?
Shanghai Disney.
When you say they're coming to these pavilions, do you mean over in one of the Disney parks here in Orlando, or the Disney's in the other country?
They went worldwide, but for when I was talking about pavilions, it was for World Showcase.
Okay, so when you say when you say like Disney, like the China Pavilion, you mean Disney World in China?
Well, the Shanghai Disneyland is what I was currently referring to.
Okay.
Okay.
But the China Pavilion and the Canada Pavilion are supposed to get new shows for their 360 theaters. But for Shanghai Disneyland, they're getting new roller coaster. They're getting a new land for Zootopia.
Cool.
Ooh.
I heard about that. That's really cool.
Which I'm okay with it having a Zootopia land.
Yeah, Zootopia was a good movie.
I just think they should just plow down Dinorama for it.
What are we getting here in Orlando?
What we're getting here in Orlando, outside of what's already been announced, is the Moana walkthrough attraction.
Poppins.
The Mary Poppins walkthrough. The two new 360 shows in the China Pavilion and the Canada
Sorry,
Pavilion.
that was an impression of me whenever I watch those 360 movies.
Ooh.
I hate those things
They're going
so
to be
much.
refurbing. They're going to be updating Spaceship Earth.
Into what?
Ooh.
They're shifting the focus to storytelling.
That's fair enough. That's pretty good.
So they're going to be changing and updating a lot of scenes in the attraction itself. There's going to be a new statue of Walt Disney right outside of Spaceship Earth. I believe as soon as you exit the ride.
Cool.
It's
A lot of
interesting
this
because, sorry, just interrupting. Spaceship Earth, that was what the designer of the Epcot Dome, Buckminster Fuller, that's how he referred to Earth. It's Spaceship Earth.
Really?
Yeah, but what they're doing too is that a lot of these renovations, pretty much the overhaul is for guest flow.
Thank you to
But
Evie.
what I'm really happy for is that they're bringing a lot of the designs back old school.
Such
The
as
what?
There's
the designs. Okay.
like the logo brought back to the old font.
That's a good detail to see there. Hey, cutie
they
Evie.
got the old logos back. They highlighted those along with new ones for the other pavilions. They're bringing back the Spire fountain that they got rid of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the spires and the old logo on them and all that.
I'd say that's inspired.
However, there is kind of a casualty, though nothing too major.
That would be.
They are getting rid of the Future World and International Showcase names.
Didn't hear that.
And they're changing them up to let's see, the best way I could put it. It's like they're called neighborhoods or worlds, something along those lines. Where the land and sea pavilion, where land, sea, and imagination pavilions are, they're like nature. It's like nature, world nature, world discovery. Crap! I'm drawing blanks on the other two.
To write those notes.
They pretty much just changed the sectors of where everything was. The elevated building that's going to be right next to the Imagination Pavilion. On top is going to be a park where people can see all of Epcot.
That's gonna be cool. I heard that was I like that idea. I think this sounded pretty cool.
I like it.
Cutie Evie will be actually. Well, I want to wish you good luck on your first day of school. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Anyway,
And when it, real quick, when it came to the Future World, to the Imagination Pavilion, rumor was buzzing around that it's going to get an overhaul to either Inside Out or to they're going back old school, bringing back Dreamfinder.
I hope they go back and like do a revamped, like modernized version of the original ride.
But other than that, there hasn't been any word.
What was that question there?
I would say, what was Dreamfinder?
I'd have to show you a video of who this was.
Alright.
To put it simply, Journey into Imagination was once considered the best attraction in the entire Disney park, but something happened. It's basically not only one of the most tragic stories about a Disney attraction there, but also so it's known to be the most petitioned ride to return to at the Disney parks, from what I've researched.
Yeah, he was like the original Epcot mascot.
Anyway, well, he's still the Epcot mascot in a way. He's really popular.
It's more Figment than it is.
A Figment the Dragon, right?
Yeah. Anyway, what was anything else for D23 outside of this?
Not really.
Okay, fuck. I'm talking about it. I don't care what you say. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk about this hotel here. I've been hearing a lot of buzz of the Star Wars hotel. I've been hearing a lot of buzz here, and yes, I'm going to be doing this entire thing with a lightsaber in my hand. You cannot make me fuck off. Anyway, point being, I'm going to say is that, like, I was looking...
Fuck off, Evan.
I've been looking forward to this thing for a while. What they're going to be doing of giving you, the guest, a character, to be a character with a backstory in the hotel is amazing. And yes, as Cruiser put it, it's going to be an expensive night. Bear in mind, though, this is going to be a very innovational, like a very innovative hotel. There's not going to be a window there. There's going to be, you're going to see space. And before anybody shouts it out, they found a way to make it meet fire code. I can't tell you what exactly because I can't really remember, but my dad was able to explain it to me, and yeah, they were able to find a way.
That's cool.
Now, didn't the company that your dad works for, weren't they originally trying to see if they could do it, but they turned it down?
I can't. No information on that can be revealed. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if he is, but anyway, yeah, there's going to be a new Star Wars hotel coming here but bear in mind, when you get in there, you're going to get the whole experience. Your room's going to look amazing. Each room's going to come with the costumes and the props and everything there. And it also has immediate transport to Galaxy's Edge, where you're in a bus when you're inside, you look like you're in a starship, but the bus is going to be taking you directly to Galaxy's Edge like you're in the starship, which is amazing. They're going to go all out with this hotel. I'm probably not going to be able to get the chance to stay at it because of its price, but you know, it's going to be a good time. I really think what they got is going to be good.
I'm just wondering, like, how many families are gonna have that much to spend to have that whole Star Wars experience?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I probably would be.
All right,
A
so
lot of disposable income.
aside from that, whose idea to make a Star Wars hotel? Disney, I guess, the Imagineers. And like I said, when they made the idea they got for the Star Wars hotel is spectacular. I like what they got going on there. And basically, what I know of what
it sounds good.
From what they're doing there, yeah, and like what they do there, Disney likes to put some good stuff in there. Anyway, is there anything else that we missed on D23?
Not really. Like I said, it's okay. But to sum up what D23 was to me is that I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Why so, if you don't mind me asking?
I was just because there wasn't really much, like anything too new to really say. And the new, like the big announcements that they were saying is really weren't that big or that like hype worthy.
Well,
Yeah, because I've actually... Go ahead.
Perfect example. You heard about Disney's big secret project, right?
I don't want to talk about that on this stream, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
They tend to have many.
I
dude.
don't want to talk about
Yeah.
that reveal on this stream.
Even though it was already revealed.
Don't want to talk about that
Okay.
reveal on this stream.
Christ,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
sheesh.
I mean, he said it multiple times.
Yeah, I know, but if it's already been revealed, then I don't see the big deal.
Somebody thinks it's a big deal.
But do research, yada yada.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, a lot of fans were not happy about that. And from what I saw on Twitter, where a lot of people went, they weren't really all that thrilled with this year either.
Well,
Sounds like
it
they
just
expected
kinda-
a lot more than they got.
the way I could picture this is Disney is probably not revealing too much because there really isn't got enough they're trying to work on right now. I mean, think about it. They got the Tron coaster coming out. We got the 50th anniversary coming out. We got Guardians of the Galaxy. We got all this stuff coming out there. I don't know what else they could possibly reveal.
Here's the thing though too, is that this whole thing was supposed to be focused, at least for parks wise, on Epcot.
Yeah,
They didn't really do much with Epcot. I would say, like, here's what it's gonna look like after we do all this construction, and here's a few little new things. But I'm thinking, like, okay, you guys showed off all these new attractions alongside the Imagination Pavilion, the Mexican Pavilion ride.
Dude, there's
these attractions.
They're still
I'm like the
there's
least you can say is that, like, they could have just announced, like, at least a Coco overlay that's inevitable they could have announced that because they had it. They kept teasing it in the advertisement, in the diorama, and all this other stuff. They keep teasing a lot of these things, and yet we got nothing. We got absolutely nothing.
I think we got.
So it's like if you're not going to announce it, don't blue ball us.
I think we got.
Right.
Well, you know, I think they got some stuff going on there. Like I said, this is just from my point of view as a cast member. Like they're already doing a lot as is, so they're trying to like find smaller things they can announce that hasn't been announced already. Like they can't just give like there's a progress update and everything there. And I'm sensing a lot of good stuff coming in the future for Epcot. I'm just saying.
If I'm expecting a lot of good stuff from it too, but at the same time, it's, like I said, go on.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at this question here that Cutie Evie answered there. Sorry, go on. I'll address that after you're done.
But yeah, it's like you guys are. It's like Disney was teasing it, but we're getting nothing. It's like even if it's just like a little, oh hey, we're going to be doing this. We don't have much detail, but it's happening. I'm like, okay, that's awesome to look forward to. Not go, oh, you see this little sculpture of the Mexico Pavilion with Coco's guitar and all this other stuff relating to it right there.
Yeah, they've done this for more than 1 year. Anyway, answer the question, Cutie Evie. Yes, there will be a Tron coaster, the one in Shanghai. I don't know what you mean by the fall of Tomorrowland. I don't know what that's about.
Do you know if this Guardians of the Galaxy attraction is going to be the exact same setup as the one in California?
No, it's a roller coaster.
I'm actually glad about that because
Cutie Evie says that they love us. Love you too.
Oh, that's sweet.
Love you too.
Thanks for stopping into the chat to the stream.
Sorry, Cruiser, go on.
Indeed. But I'm glad that's a coaster though, just because I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, how they pretty much not got it, but changed around Tower of Terror, and I just don't get it.
I will say this. When it comes to that, a lot of people that had your opinion when it closed and was announced say that is a lot better than Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I've heard some good stuff about it. I mean, maybe we just need to experience it to get it, but
That's possible. That's always a possibility.
That's always the thing. It's what you experience there. Disney's gonna have a lot of good stuff coming out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that said, let's shift the focus here. Cruiser is eager to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. As some of you may know, I am a big Rainbow Dash fan.
Oh boy.
And My Little Pony released an episode called 246 Great, where they made Dash so mean in this thing.
Did you talk about this last week?
No.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of... Sorry, guys. Sorry, Cruiser.
Yeah, and I absolutely hated what they did.
Mm-hmm.
It was, like I said, it was mean. Some could say it's downright borderline abusive. It's so bad that I actually can't blame the character for this. When it gets this bad, I can no longer look at this from a meta perspective, and I have to look at the writers in Hasbro and go, why did you think this was a good idea?
Yeah.
Because Rainbow already gets enough heat from detractors, and including some people that we know. And you're supposed to try to win these people over. You're just shoving them away and giving them even a bigger excuse to dislike her. And it feels like they're just kind of using Rainbow Dash as like their jock scapegoat.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's what it feels like.
It's
Sorry, go ahead.
Like she's like they're following last thing there. How do we solve this problem? Rainbow Dash episode.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that the lesson that was in there is a legitimate lesson because I had to face something similar. I am not into sports. I am not into cheerleading. But however, when I started getting into interviewing bands, one of my old mentors, a guy named Eddie DePool, he liked this level of fanboy enthusiasm that I brought to my interviews. And he presented me with a scenario of interviewing somebody that I do not like. And now this was hypothetical, so it's not like I actually had this opportunity. He said, what would you do if you had the chance to interview someone like Beyonce? And I go, I probably wouldn't do it. I don't like her. And he goes, that's where you're getting selfish. You need to think of the people who are there to watch you, not you personally.
There you go.
And yeah, and he made a really good point. It doesn't matter if I'm a fan of the person I'm interviewing. What matters is that the people who are watching are. I need to care about them. So this
Yeah.
was a legitimate lesson, but my God, they handled this so poorly. Because like, because you can believe a character screwing up on some like on minor things, you can, but when it gets this mean or as badly written as say Spring Breakdown was, where you could feel it just drawn out for no reason, then like like I just said, you can no longer look at this as a meta. I have to look at the writers and go, what the flying hell?
Yeah, because even Rainbow Dash lovers aren't excusing it. It's like she could have just not cared and like found some way to like hide her not caringness. Here she's just like she flat out doesn't care. It's just she doesn't even make any effort to hide how much she does not care about cheerleading,
You know,
which
Cruiser,
is sad.
You know, Cruiser, actually,
go ahead.
I actually wanted to ask you, like I saw the episode, I felt more indifferent to it, but I just need to know, like, I understand what Twilight was going for, and yeah, I agree with the lesson behind there. I've been in that way of trying things that you didn't know you could do, whatever, or something like that. I'm just summing it up. When I heard that Twilight say, "No, Rainbow Dash, you're doing the cheerleading squad," I'm like, no, she should be doing the sports thing. That that was like
that was an.
Like, what was your thoughts on that? Were you like on?
Okay, a lot of people, or at least two people that I can think of. This was in Voice of Reason and Thespio's little at the screening review, and they both believe that Rainbow was perfect for the job because she's the one who is involved with sports. She likes having people cheer her on. But this is where I have to disagree because chanting someone's name and cheerleading are two completely different things. With chanting, you just got the crowd saying your name or some little phrase. That's it. But with cheerleading, you have physical, possibly gymnastic movements. You have, I guess you could say, an element of songwriting. And if you've ever seen, looked up extreme cheerleading moves, they can be some of the most dangerous things ever. I'll never forget this. When I was a kid, MTV had some cheerleading show. No, it was The Real World versus Road Rules, two reality shows they had. And they made them actually part of a cheer team. And I'm seeing like these 16-year-old girls chuck another 16-year-old cheerleader across a football field to catch her. We're not talking long range. We're talking about
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And like that is intense.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me.
Yeah. Never think.
Yeah. So cheerleaders are athletes. Okay, they are.
Never say cheerleading's not a sport. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah. If you're one of those people who says it's not a sport, I will you up. Okay.
Cheerleading is a real sport.
It is. Okay.
Oh my God, I love
but. So when I hear Voice and Thespio saying she was perfect for the job, like, no, she doesn't know anything about creating dance moves, songwriting, or gymnastic. Sure, I mean, she does aerial acrobats, but that's the difference here. Aerial acrobats and, where she's flying in the air, she doesn't have to worry about falling or anything. These are on the ground, they're chucking each other. That's traditionally what cheerleaders do.
Who do you think could have done a better job, though?
Honestly, Pinkie Pie.
She can't do it.
Yeah,
she was busy. She's one of the sports players.
Yeah,
I know, but my point is that
but
like I said, from a meta perspective, I have to see, look at the writers and say you guys should have mixed this around here a bit. But if I had to pick someone else to do it, if I had to, go with the episode as is, this may be a bit of a stretch, but if I had to pick someone out of the main six, it might be Rarity.
Rarity?
I mean, she would do great on the costumes.
She would do great on the costumes, but I also think Rarity might know a thing or two about dancing. No, Fluttershy!
Fluttershy can't do it.
She knows a thing or two about dancing, and you can arguably say that there's some dance moves involved with cheerleading. So I just said, look, do this, that, and the other. I have to quickly help over here. So maybe if she were to write instructions for Rarity or even maybe even Rainbow Dash, then
I
this
think
could have
maybe
been done better.
Applejack could have been
Yeah.
a good coach.
Yeah, thinking about it now, like what you said about how they have to go through these high-class stunts, isn't that kind of what Rainbow Dash does?
Hmm.
Not on the
I mean,
not so much
aerial
on the
acrobatics.
ground. Not so
Yeah.
much on the ground.
Eh,
Because again, aerial acrobatics versus gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
it depends. I guess, like, maybe she could have been can get if they gave her some, like, back stuff on doing aerial acrobats, but, it's like, it depends on their,
Yeah,
like...
if perhaps if that sure, people did give her props throughout the episode that she could use, but she didn't know anything about how to use these things. She just thought, okay, I guess
Yeah.
these go with it. If they would have like at least maybe like gave her like maybe the book on how to do cheerleading, that might be one thing.
But Rainbow Dash
But-
doesn't like books, aside Daring
yeah.
Do.
I mean, aside from Daring Do, yeah. Like, that's the thing. She didn't know about cheerleading, but, like, if she cares about the people who do care about cheerleading... Oh, hold on. I got a call. Oh, I gotta be right back.
Okay. Yeah. This episode could have. Thespio says, an episode like this shouldn't have been greenlit. At least as is, no. They needed to flesh this out a bit more because, as I said, it seemed like they just used Rainbow to be their jock scapegoat. If they needed to, if push comes to shove, I mean, heck, maybe they should have brought in someone who wasn't part of the main six. That probably would have been made for a much better episode.
What about those two cheerleaders that were already there? They seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing. This could have been handled so much better. And as Bright pointed out, the fact that even Rainbow fans are denouncing this, yeah, that kind of shows how bad they screwed up. And the sad thing is that the writer who made it, she's actually this is like her third episode, but she still has like maybe two other like I don't want to say like popular episodes, but at least well liked episodes. Like again, I have to ask, why did you think this was a good idea?
All right, so I want to give Sorry, go on.
Well, there was the other episode, Trivial Pursuit, but I wasn't sure if you were segueing into that.
No, I didn't know you were doing 2 episodes.
Well, I was trying to get us caught up.
Trivial Pursuit. I have nothing.
Just a Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, like I saw that. I'm like, yeah, cool. You made an idea for a BronyCon event. What is this episode?
Pretty much, it's lesson 0.
Yeah, and basically just a meme face-a-thon. It's
Bananas!
Sure, the meme faces were fun to look at and enjoyable, but story-wise, there was really nothing there.
Yeah, in my opinion, it was just basically you saying, "Hey, you can do this at a Brony convention."
Yeah,
it's pretty much a note on the script for the animators saying, "Go nuts."
Oh, Cruiser, me and you should submit to Sequestria that we should do an event. We should host an event like that.
Okay.
That where I'm just the guy that's like giving you ridiculous answers, and I have to make it more complicated than it already is. That was it. Twilight just made Trivial Pursuit more complicated than it should be.
And I remember Dusty. He actually made a tweet about this episode, saying that they actually used to do events like this in bars all the time, and said,
"Oh yeah,
wait a minute." Yep. And said, "Wait, how old are these characters?"
We didn't even get to see a winner. Then again, me and Cruiser know exactly who the winner of that contest was.
They're young adults. So.
Okay, here comes Bright. We'll let her give her 2 cents on this episode.
Bright's the chair.
Okay, never mind. I guess she was leaving the room.
Yeah.
But this episode
she turned into a chair.
Chair dib.
Basically, this episode, again, I'm going to have to go with Thespio on this one. It's just an episode that just exists.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy seeing Sunburst. I like his character for some reason. Maybe it's just because he's Pony Harry Potter. I don't know.
Do you know what just occurred to me? Sunburst had to take a train to just do this.
Yeah, and
he just had to make. He He literally had to take a train. He had to walk to the train station from the Crystal Empire, buy a ticket just to come here and play bar trivia just for that.
The funniest shit from that came out of the fandom from that episode was Bob the Dalek. He wrote up a comic of Starlight talking to Star K. Faster owes me for this.
I mean, it's like, let's just face it, the real winner, they didn't even show us a winner. Even though me and Cruiser know exactly who the winner was, it was Wayne the Main Brain McLean. So, yeah.
Yes! Oh, God, yeah.
Can we just Can we just conclude this episode synopsis there? Just, please. It was just, that's it.
Maybe you should do, what you did for your Taco Island bit with this.
What, try and insert
That'd be funny.
Like a Ponify version of Wayne the Main Brain McLean?
No, not really this. Like you see the bar they're playing in, and then you hear the audio go off like the main brain McLean, and then just juxtapose. Just juxtapose his character in front of the ponies, going, "Yes! Oh God, yes!"
The Backstreet Boys.
What did I miss?
We concluded that Twilight's Trivial Pursuit episode was just an episode, and that the winner of the Trivial Pursuit game is basically Wayne the Main Brain McLean from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh man.
Okay, so
Yeah,
do you
I
have
liked that episode.
You did, because there's a lot of people who just thought it existed.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of did, but I did like the interactions between Twilight and Pink, and just
it was lesson zero, basically.
It was lesson zero, but it was also kind of like Sunset's backstage pass, the Equestria Girl special, where both characters, both Sunset and Twilight, have to deal with Pinkie Pie, and Pinkie Pie, she's like looking all over the place. She like, I don't know. It's they deal with her in different ways. Like in Twilight, she needs to get her sleep, man.
The one thing I thought was funny though from the episode, not just from the mean faces, but Granny Smith asked the question, what's the one rock that can actually create a spark or start a fire?
Flint.
And yeah, like even I knew that one, and Picky goes, the black one.
Yeah.
Flint isn't even black. What the?
And there's Ma goes, Flint.
No, I was actually waiting for as soon as that happened, I'm like, oh my god, it's Dragon Ball Super all over again.
Yeah, so but as far we can't talk about this week's episode. We have to save that for next.
Yeah.
And along with other stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So
we're not gonna get into.
Anyway.
Because I'm gonna strangle. Because I'm like, ah.
Shut up.
What was the anger, man? I don't want to do too much spoilers on what you're gonna say here. Here, just don't talk
No,
about it anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
TV spoilers has it all.
But I want you to talk. But I want you to talk about it. Is that you have a D&D story for us tonight?
Yes. This is a new little thing that I came up with for us. Since I am an avid D&D player, I recently got back from a session yesterday, and each time I have a D&D session, I will write notes down and relay what happened to you all. So now with a new segment called Tales from the Table, our party is set up of 3 evil characters and 1 good character, which is myself.
So you're saying the rest of us are bad guys?
No, just assholes.
Aww.
Okay, so I have a tiefling fighter named Stalor. He has a pet raccoon named Rock.
Oh, come on, dude! Seriously?
I had a character named Tim who was an enchanter. So, but anyway, we're in the I believe he said it was the Sunless Citadel, and we're going through each of the rooms in there. Come up to one, and my character leans in. The party sorcerer decides, "Oh, I'm just gonna kick him right inside the door, inside the room. Not give a fuck what's in there." And so my ass gets right up against the wall. Then we, through a little bit of investigation, we find one of the bedrolls is sort of whimpering and shaking a bit. I open it up. Turns out there is a little kobold.
What's a kobold?
It's a little dragon folk creature.
No, it isn't. A cobalt is the flavor of 5 gum that I eat. See?
No. But
Trying to gum up the work.
his name was Meebo.
Meatloaf.
Amoeba?
Meebo.
Like
Meepo,
amiibo?
I can't remember.
Or is it Migo, like the raccoon in Pocahontas or whatever?
Oh, that
But
was Mexico.
through some coercion, we got ourselves a little friend in the party. And as we looked over, we noticed there was a cage with a hole cut out. And later find out that there was a dragon. Now, party sorcerer is dragonborn. And he is not entirely thrilled about this and says, "Okay, we're gonna find this dragon because he cares about his kinfolk." So us, the party, and 3 other Cobalt guards that we find go to the leader of the Cobalts. We go and we try to be diplomatic. My character still think that we can still get through this diplomatically. Sorcerer goes up and kills the leader of the Cobalts right then and there. Just claws, slices them and kills. So he declares that you either join us or become that. Points to the Cobalt leader's body. My character, Star-Lord, does not approve of it.
Wait, you caught your character's name is Star-Lord?
Star-Lord.
No, it's Star-Lord.
Okay.
I mean, it's a raccoon
But-
named.
Yeah, it's a raccoon named Rock. And I'll get to why this raccoon is so important later. A little later. So my character is not too thrilled at the method of how we got our little army. But really, he's only sticking with the party now because we have to protect our allies, our little army.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing we do, we go see some captured goblins, get some information out of them. I go up to one of them. I go and take my finger. I go boom, and decapitate the goblin with just a flick of my finger.
Oh, dang.
I keep the
How does
head.
that even work?
Funny what a plus 20 modifier will do.
So you're just carrying around this guy's head like friggin' Dracula on that one episode of Nintendo Power. You know the cover.
Yeah. So I just went, big head just goes clean off.
It makes me think of like an alternate Thanos action. So it's like snap or just like if somebody wanted to do a parody as like the big Thanos character, all I
So
have to do is.
He went for the head.
after a little bit,
Yeah.
we killed off a few more goblins. Then we find a circular room filled with 10 creatures. If I remember correctly, it was 4 hobgoblins, 5 goblins, and a twig blight, I think the name of it was. And I send in Rock. Now the thing with Rock is that he is made of emerald, He's an emerald raccoon.
Sounds like something from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Kind of does.
And he has well, actually, I'll get to that in a second. So he goes in, they notice him and start chasing him around. Cue Benny Hill music. So the party stork opens the door wide enough.
Happy right.
The goblin cleric, the cleric of the monsters, hits the door, dies on the spot.
Oh boy.
My rock turns around and uses cone of corrosive gas on the other 9. Kills them all.
Was he a raccoon or a skunk?
A raccoon
Raccoon.
that has a breath weapon
Okay.
that can be used 1d4 per round of combat. So this little what was supposed to be a challenge level 4, which is a bit of a pain for some characters. Took it out by a little freaking raccoon. Before I continue a little bit, with our group, you know how people usually say, "Well, you should do the logical thing." Our logic is Looney Tunes logic, and
Sounds like
Wabbit season, coon season, fire.
Coon season.
Okay, so what the Sork? So I pick up the chieftain's body.
Cool.
Sork and I go through the door into the other room where there's like 30 other goblins and hobgoblins in there, a mix of them.
Mm-hmm.
The party sorcerer goes, "Join us, or this happened." Okay, to visualize, picture you holding a twig with leaves at the end. You know how you go, zoom?
Yeah.
That's what my character did to this chieftain's skull and spine. He grabbed it. Think of it like pulling meat from a lobster. From a
So
lobster
basically,
claw.
no, he pulled a Sub-Zero. That's what he did.
Yep, Sub-Zero or Scorpion just rips it clean out.
Fatality.
Head and spine just dangling there.
Oy. It's like Mortal Kombat.
And
Street Fighter.
and after that, he collects the skulls of all the other of the ones that were dead, and just holds on to the heads, just cause.
Mhm.
And
Not to detract you from your story, but I just want. You just reminded me of a video clip I saw. Please, a little 5-second detour here. There was footage of someone who was just leaving a convention. He's cosplaying a Scorpion. He walks past a cop car, and the cop car goes, "Get over here."
No, he should. The perfect rebuttal that no, you get over here.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was
Like
funny.
on the speakerphone and everything.
Like on the speaker, so that everyone around him could hear him.
It's like, hey, yo, get over here.
Yeah,
But,
go ahead.
anyways, we eventually find the dragon. It's a little wormling, which means baby dragon,
Of course.
Aw.
and he is. We got another party pet
Nice.
or his kinfolk than anyone else. So the wormling only listens.
Mm-hmm.
And session ended on that.
Nice.
We find out a few more details about a few other things, but those are like the highlights.
I've actually never played Dungeons and Dragons. It
It's
is
fun.
something. It's something that I have thought about, but whenever I do try, I gotta do it with somebody or at least a group of people who really know the game.
My dad used to-
Okay, as someone that since I do play, it depends on your DM and your group.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a fun group but not a good DM, you're gonna get bored. If you have a good DM but not a good group, you're gonna get frustrated. I know this from personal experience.
My dad used to play
Yeah.
D&D when he was in like high school, and he said he doesn't remember much. Oh, by the way, hi Twilight 360, nice to see you here. My dad remembers specifically what his character name was. His character name was Dratstab. Do I know why?
Drats.
Why is that?
It's bastard spelled backwards.
Ah.
So I said if I ever start a D&D session, my character would be called Dratstab Jr.
Aw,
No, I had
that's
let's
cute.
see, out of the characters that I've had Tim the Enchanter, well, more warlock who killed an NPC with his natural weapon. There's a reason why we have the tale of Coldcock Tim. Let's see, I had a good necromancer that died not even 5 minutes into the session.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Let's just put it this way, I am notorious for going through characters.
Yeah, speaking of D&D, and with Stranger Things, everyone's still raving about with season 3. There was a scene during that the latest season where one of the main boys was trying to get their D&D campaign going, and the other two were worried about girls, and he gets so frustrated because this was supposed to be their D&D night, and he gets mad and he gets pissed off. Which, okay, yeah, I can go along with the story. But what bothered me was not that scene, but everyone's reaction to it, going, "Oh, he must be gay!" Like, no, come on, people! For once, can you not shove your bullshit at us?
One of my favorite memes to come out of that. One of my favorite memes to come out of that is it's like there's a picture of a woman. He's standing right in front of her. It's like, ignore her. Play Dungeons and Dragons. Tits are temporary. D&D is eternal.
Yeah.
D&D.
I'm like, why not both?
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
So we got something from Twilight 360 saying that, so where have I been all day? You will not believe what I had to do to finish a video. What did you have to do? I'm actually kind of interested.
Yeah. I know that I'm doing a collab with him, actually. He and I get involving puppets that he made himself. There's a puppet Twily and a puppet Bright, and that's all I'll say about it.
Oh my god, I remember when you used to, I keep forgetting you used to do puppet work.
I think more people I think more people want to see your Wheel of Puns video.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to working on that because of just general work, family.
Do you need
do you have go ahead, Evan.
Do you want to talk to me after the stream? I can help you work out a schedule.
Yeah, I'm still working on the brony.
All right, that should be be a good priority.
Yeah, and speaking of BronyCon, how should I put this?
Yes.
Bronny can't seem to get the footage that he shot from his car to come up.
There was footage that you took during like road trip.
No, I'm talking about like King Somber Ruins and my.
Excuse me.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Yes, Evan. You know exactly what I mean, Evan.
I know exactly what you mean, but like, what happened exactly?
It's just something happened with the card. It may have become corrupted during transit.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah. There was a lot of footage on it.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. I mean, my interview with Silver Quill, still happened, and we record that on my camera. But I'm just waiting to get the intro and the ending sequences from Furox, and it will pretty much be. That one I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. But he's still gonna try to see if he can get the footage off there, and I hope to God he does, because I was proud of the interviews that I did on those. I mean, granted, I wasn't the only one asking questions. There was a bunch of us in a room that were asking the question. But when it came time for the interview between Jason Thiessen, the former supervising director, and M.A. Larson, I asked the questions that I was allowed to, and by the time I was done, someone actually came up to me and goes like, "Those were good questions. Why didn't I think of those?" I'm like, oh man, no. Like, I want people to hear these now.
I'm sorry. According to Twilight 360, she said, "Well, correct, Brett. I had to completely refilm it, and while I was shooting it, I had to have my PC. I had to take completely edited audio track and press play on my mouse with my foot." Yikes! Yikes!
Oh, the thing. Yeah, the things you do like to get the lip syncing, because like I like the audio and is like okay, the
Sorry, I'm
audio is
doing.
playing. Gotta get the lip sync just right.
But yeah, Cruiser, like I'm actually kind of hoping that goes through because that those interview questions I'm actually was really looking forward to for the website.
Well, yeah, and here's at least the ones that I at least know off the top of my head that I asked again Jason and Ma. The first was, how do you write and direct for a character like Pinkie Pie who keeps breaking the fourth wall? Uh,
Mm,
yeah. The other was, how do you determine the body movements of the characters, be a pony or Equestria girl?
That's a good
And
question.
yeah, like
It's a good
because
editing question.
yeah, and Jason even asked me, define what you mean by body moves or intricate body moves. That's what I said. And I told him, well, for example, was in the movie The Friendship Games. After the motocross race, you'll know, and you see Sunset Shimmer talking to Principal Celestia. She's making all these unique arm movements. And when I took acting classes, the one thing that my instructor said that I succeeded in was body movements. And when I look at what Sunset Shimmer did in that scene, those were movements that I wouldn't come up with.
It's a really good editing
So
question.
yeah, and from what I can remember, for what he said, yeah, and from what I remember, what they said about at least that particular question was they have to essentially become the character and play out that scene, and
Yeah, of
they
course.
will. Yeah, so they would actually go act it out, and they would study the body movements of the people who are playing the characters.
Oh yeah,
At least,
early Disney movies used to do that all the time. Like, you know how like they had to like draw
Rhoda
each character and everything with all their movements. They actually had to get actors on like sets to like sketch them out what it would look like and everything there.
right,
yeah,
rotoscoping.
yeah, because you guys
Not
said
really.
you can see me through this, right?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah. Okay. Like basically through that monologue, she goes, they don't want to just win; they want to beat Crystal Prep. It isn't going to count. They think the other side is cheap. Like, okay, that was interesting. Oh, I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, props on that one. I thought that was a great scene.
You
And
really break it down.
and for what I can remember about what their answer involving writing for a character like Pinkie Pie was, they actually did have instructions for what each pony could do physically. Even for like unicorns, like sure, unicorns all know magic, but they don't know the same level of magic. To kind of give you another idea of what they mean is, picture a guitar player. Okay, they can play. However, there's like dozens of different on a guitar. So you may know one style, but you don't know the rest.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It does. So I'm hoping they can be recovered. And especially also the King Somber Ruins, because we had probably one of our best segments on that one.
Yeah.
One where Brawny actually had to accept defeat. We go up to this artist who is selling lewd artwork. It's basically,
Wait, Cruiser. You think Brian's gonna be okay with us talking about this?
Yeah. Don't want to spoil anything if he doesn't know about
Okay, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at it's possible that Brawny was defeated in this.
I actually was curious because I wanted to see my segment in there. So it was right. So yeah, Twilight 360 going on what you said or he apologized. So it was right next to me, hoping it doesn't fall off the table. Both puppets in hands. I had to listen to the audio track and look at what I was filming. That happens all the time.
Oh yeah. Like you try and get it as perfect, and I recognize how hard it is to do puppetry, because I mean, when me and my sister were younger, we had a sock puppet show.
Oh yeah, you
When
showed
we
me
were
the
doing
video of
voices-
that.
Yeah.
It's technically.
Speaking of,
We did the voices like right below, so it was not as hard as like doing it from a separate file. Like,
You gotta watch
kudos
those
to you, man.
episodes. You gotta watch those episodes on the stream. It's gonna be on his channel tonight.
and speaking of puppetry, there was actually I actually just found out about this. I couldn't believe this is a show that actually exists. But in Vegas, there was the show called, and I'm not kidding here, Puppetry of the Penis.
Oh.
Yeah, literally, that's two Australian dudes. They actually, are on stage butt naked, and they go, "Look, the Loch Ness monster!" Like, oh,
Oh. The last time I saw
it's
something that uncomfortable was with Bruno, with Sacha Baron Cohen. It's like,
yeah.
eh.
It's like, look, I know we're in Sin City, but you don't necessarily have to live up to the title.
So, and speaking of puppets,
I'll leave it at that.
there is a touring puppet show now for the Golden Girls.
Cool.
What? A puppet show
Yeah.
for Golden Girl?
The
Yeah,
Golden
Girls
Dolls?
puppet show. Yeah, Golden Girls puppet show.
Hey, if they can make a puppet show out of Manos the Hands of Fate, I'm pretty sure they can make one of the Golden Girls.
I don't know, Avenue Q went
How
on for a
funny.
long time.
Avenue Q was a good
Right,
play.
but that's originally.
Yeah, I saw that. I
I'm-
saw that play. It's really good.
It's
I
funny
wish I
thinking
did.
of Manos Hands of Fate because like the hands are literally controlling.
Well, the puppet show is called Manos the Hands of Felt, but you know.
Nice.
Mhm.
That's funny.
Yeah, and someone even made a Manos the Hands of Fate cosplay that outfit, but with Thanos and his gloves, the gauntlets.
Yeah, I showed
Oh.
that online, and like Debbie loved it. Oh, Debbie, we gotta get her on here one day.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
And in some other news, after years of trying, my mom and I are finally going to be seeing this show this winter.
What
Which
show?
show?
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys have seen me freak out over that band Rammstein and just how huge their show is. Like, for those of you who to kind of put in perspective who are not familiar with either one, the shows that these bands put on are massive. For Rammstein, when I saw them back in 2012, their show took up 24 semi that they had to pack up from
Whoa.
Germany and ship across international waters. TSO, on the other hand, technically takes 40. There's just 20 on each coast of the country because when it comes around wintertime, they do simultaneous tours, throughout the country. So that's why if you ever look through their tour dates, you got two shows going on the same day in completely different cities.
Dang, I love their Christmas music. They do some really good Christmas music, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's how I know about them.
Oh, and speaking of stuff like that, this week marks the unofficial last week of summer.
Yay! Wow, summer just went by really fast. It was like a big, and that was it.
So
Why is it
come
the
so
unofficial
next
last-
week next week is the unofficial start of fall.
Autumn.
Why so early?
It's okay. With me being from the north,
Okay.
it's just how it went,
Okay.
and
Labor Day.
I still consider, and on top of that, with all the stores getting like all the Halloween stuff out and all
Yeah.
that, I'm like, you know what? Unofficial start of fall is the first week of September.
Yeah, I'm still trying to see if I can possibly do Halloween Horror Nights this year, just because
I'm so jealous.
our friend Raul, he wants me to come up, and I Stranger Things. They got House of Thousand Corpses. They got Rob Zombie's Dracula for a scare zone.
They got Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
They also
Ghostbusters.
They also got Ghostbusters, which actually looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, which I'm surprised because that's not a horror film.
You can make well, the visuals are pretty horrifying.
scary.
Fine, it's a comedy movie, but some of the visuals do look creepy. If you saw those, example, let me put it like this way: when you look at something like The Librarian or some of the ghosts they catch. When I was a kid, I used to think they were awesome, not scary. But I always used to think if I saw that in real life, I would be scared.
Yeah.
Not the
I
first time they've
thought-
done they've done something like that though. It's not their first.
Who knows? Maybe it might not even be a horror house. Maybe it's just supposed to be a horror comedy house.
Which wouldn't be
That'd
the
be an
first.
interesting take.
But I just don't know. Depends how my money situation is. I know my dad would certainly not be thrilled if I do this because He thinks me being 34, I should have thousands of dollars saved up by now.
Oh, trust me, I've had that expectation on me. I hardly have a pot to piss in until, and I still gotta get a few things.
Yeah.
So I'm up a financial creek until at least the end of this year.
And then, but before that, November 15th, I have Static X. This one I've been looking forward to just because I was a big fan of theirs back in the heyday. I think they broke in the early 2000s or maybe 1999. Their singer tragically died back in 2014, and it's the 20-year anniversary of their debut album, Wisconsin Death Trap. And so to celebrate it, they got the surviving members, the original line, and for the person doing vocals, this was pretty unique. They actually not want to just have some new guy up there. They want people to see it as Static X plus new guy, like how they do with Queen plus Adam Lambert or Sublime with Rome. They want people to see just Static X. So they created this character called Zero. It's some dude wearing a mask.
Oh yeah, you told us about this on another stream, but go ahead, restate it.
Yeah, and the guy, the mask actually bears like no resemblance to their singer. But the one part of their image that their singer is known for is his hair. It's sticking straight up like to give the idea of like a Static Shock. And so I'm looking forward to this. I even got myself a VIP package. But what I don't get is all the people saying that that they're exploiting their late singer. I'm like, how? Yeah, like how is this any different than if they were to get just an actual a new guy to just do it instead of this character? I actually try to have discussions with this on Blabbermouth, which is this big metal news website, and every time I bring up anything that can debunks their argument, they never respond. Nothing. It's like, guys, I'm just trying to have a conversation here. It's like they don't want to admit that perhaps maybe that they're bowing down to their former singer a bit too much.
Who knows?
Yeah, and October 1st and 4th, I got Godsmack and possibly Sap, so we'll see how those go. I mean, I know I'm doing Godsmack, but I'm starting to see if I can do an interview with Sabbath, who I was introduced to by Josh Scorcher himself.
Wait, Sabaton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about them. They're
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, like I was aware of them, but I never really heard much of their music. But when Josh and I started hanging out, he showed me this song of theirs called Bismarck. It was about this battle. No pun intended. Sorry, Bright.
Leave the puns to Bright. Jablonski.
Yeah. And I thought it was this really great epic song. It actually had me from the first few opening bars, and that's kind of hard to do as I get on.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want me to punish your funny bone? It would be quite humorous.
I was gonna say that.
Okay, well, here's one little music pun that me and my supervisor came up with. Work here for you, Bright. Well, we were just talking about the band the Goo Goo Dolls because I thought I overheard my boss say something, and my supervisor just goes, I want to see the Goo Goo Dolls go on tour with Lady Gaga, just so the tour could be called Goo Goo Gaga.
Well, the cruiser will it be on? It will also be playing on the radio, and so that will be called.
I saw
Radio
your
Goo
post.
Goo Radio Gaga.
I saw your post, but I didn't get it.
That's
okay.
hilarious.
That one, I'm surprised. How big of a Queen fan are you?
Yeah, I know that. Like, are you asking me or Cruiser?
I was asking Cruiser.
Well, I thought you were referring to Radiohead.
No, I was referring to Queen.
Oh.
Yeah, Cruiser, are you a
Like
fan of
Radio
Queen?
Gaga, Radio Boo.
I do like Queen, but it's not like I've heard all their songs.
I mean, let's just face
that
it.
one is kind of obscure.
Yeah, my stepmom is like religiously loves Queen. Actually, one of my dead dreams is somewhere out there finding her an autograph of Freddie Mercury. Oh, may you rest in peace.
Good luck.
May you rest in peace, my good sir.
But yeah,
but,
it's go ahead.
but as for another music pun that I heard, there's a band called Primus, and they did a song called Tommy the Cat. And I think this is a little funny. Their music is very funk driven, but they call it psychedelic polka.
Psychedelic pulp.
Polka. And so they did.
Thinking of Weird Al tripping.
Yeah, exactly. So again, in the song "Tommy the Cat," it's literally the story of an alley cat, and like in the smack dab in the middle of the song, the singer goes, "Yeah." Then he heard the cat call, no pun intended.
Oh my god.
And literally, if you watch the music video, it literally flashes the phrase on the screen, no pun intended. Yeah, but Primus, they're a fantastic band. The singer and founder, Les Claypool, in a way, he's kind of a genius because he reconstructed the band. Normally, you have the guitar doing lead and the bass and the drums doing back. Well, in his band, the bass and the drums were the lead and the guitar was doing the backup.
That is interesting.
Yeah, because he wanted to go as far away from pop music as possible, and even came up with lyrics or songs that were not typical. Like they have an album called "Set Sail on a Sea of Cheese." They have songs. Yeah, they have songs like "Tommy the Cat," "Jerry was a race car driver," "John the Fisherman," when known as Big Brown Beaver. Yeah.
Those
So
do sound like creative titles.
yeah. So if you're curious, they're called Primus. Look them up on YouTube. I'll be curious to know what everyone thinks. But they're
I
they're
listening to new music.
yeah, and their singer and bass player. He actually plays a 6-string fretless bass. Okay, this thing is massive.
Oh my god, it's like when you see like one of those guys who has like the 5-necked V, like that 5-necked guitar, and you have to have like 2 people play it.
Wow.
Primus is a fantastic band. I haven't had the chance to see them live. Hopefully, I will one of these days. But I did get their autograph, so lucky me. Just part of a special pre-order. You know, pre-order the album, you get a signed booklet. Like sold.
Funny, speaking of new music, I was on today, and he turned me on a band called The Midnight, which
I've heard of
is yeah, they do some kind of vaporwave, I think is the genre. I might be messing it up completely, but they do like 80s synth. It really sounds like that like VCR fuzzy warm sound that like their music is really cool. They're on YouTube as The Midnight, and what I found out was they're actually coming to Fort Lauderdale on September 2nd and like doing a concert, and wow, great timing. I'm gonna see if I can get tickets.
Sometimes things just work out for the best.
I know, and I'm excited, and that's just like a few days before my birthday, so early birthday gift, hope.
Yeah, one show I'm kind of I want to see if I could possibly do, but I doubt it, is Puddle of Mud in Boca Raton, September 1st. This is their first album in like 10 years because the singer, he just kept adding mugshots to his collection. He could not stay out of trouble, but he has been stone sober for a while now. And even though their first album didn't age well, I'm curious to see what this guy can be like sober.
Yeah, you know what I'm curious about?
What's that?
Who Jablonski is texting.
Oh, nothing.
I want you to do you have anything you want to explain to the class, Mr. Jablonski?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yes, I'm a lonely 28-year-old man.
I'm a lonely 34-year-old man.
I'm Evan.
What's your point?
Yeah.
I'm Evan.
But
That's such a
just Evan.
SpongeBob thing.
SpongeBob!
No, this is Evan.
No, this is Evan.
No, No, this is the final 5.
Okay, I'm saving that.
All right, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final 5. This is where we leave our final thoughts on everything there. Half the time, it's usually just people talking about projects for some reason, but you know, it's just what they want to do and everything of that matter.
Yeah.
So I just got to get the timer out here and we get this thing down there. So I guess since Bright Idea is Bright Idea, she might as well go first because she's the lady, and the ladies go first. Is that?
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm just making sure I wasn't saying anything wrong. So your time begins. As soon as I get the right sound. But it sounds.
Bleh.
Okay, you got 1 minute. Your time begins now.
Alright. So, I'm really happy to have had the time to sit down with you all, because it has been a few weeks. I feel like it's been longer than normal. I forget if I did like 2 weeks ago. But anyway, I told you guys that I'm working on my BronyCon vlog, and I'm going to be working on other projects like the Wheel of Puns, and yeah, just like thinking of what direction to take my channel, like pun-wise, but also I've been working on parody ideas, seeing what goes on, and I'm considering like actually launching a Patreon for like making some extra funds and like paying for stuff like Adobe Creative Cloud and stuff. So we'll see what's on the horizon.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna go with Well, see there. I've actually been considering myself a Patreon, but I can't do it because I've already $2. I want to go back to okay. Jablonski begins. You go.
Not too much going on. Working on getting articles chalked up before. I'm gonna try to shoot the middle of September to have all my holiday articles taken care of. After that, I can focus on pretty much whatever I've been working on a few and whatnot. And also, children, you be good and drinking motherfucking drugs.
Ah, I said that thing. I thought that thing. Dang! Cruiser, Cruiser, just do whatever you do best.
Okay. Evan has started production on Hoof Rock.
Kill me.
The episode. A Better Way to Be Bad with Dr. Wolf.
Kill me.
I have finished writing the script for EG's on a Yacht. Then I'll be doing Run to Break Free. I also need to have an article for my Concert Cruiser website, and also get with Juwan. Just black me up on this one, Evan. His name is Juwan.
Yeah.
Juwan to get started on Worth to Hack.
I'm giving you till December.
And I'm also in talks with Josh Scorcher about possibly doing a non-pony related panel at a convention.
That's cool. I mean, he did a good non-pony. I mean, it wasn't exactly non-pony. It was like Magic the Gathering mixed with pony, but he could have done well.
Yeah, you do that stuff there. So, yeah. Okay, I guess I might as well go to me, because I'm the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put away this letter opener
hear
because
from
I want
you,
people to get the
Evan.
wrong idea. Alright, I guess my time begins now. Nothing really much to say aside what Cruiser said. You've been focusing on if you've been focusing on my Twitter, you know what I've been saying.
I have not.
Yeah,
Nothing really
no,
much to say,
everybody
guys.
follows
Nothing really
Twitter.
much to say. Just been all over the place, so I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
get yourself some rest.
I'm gonna get back to work on it soon. I promise, guys. I wore the shirt to tell you I'm still devoted. I promise. We're working on stuff. And nothing really much to say. I kind of do wish I can go back to doing short films for my page, though. Anyway, when that said,
Well, how far along are you with the second episode?
I can't start the second episode until I'm done with Hoof Rock. Anyway, thanks again for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Next time, we're gonna have a feature presentation where Jablonski holds his cat the entire stream like Simba.
Let's see, the last time I ever tried holding my cat or just petting.
Jablonski, quit being such a wimp.